We all know Purslane leaves Parpukirai is a powerhouse with a high nutritive values, antioxidant properties. But to identify the right one, edible Purslane leaves, that's what always the task people get confused. Here we'll see in detail to identify the edible Purslane leaves. Yeah, of course, you'll see the. First, let's see in detail what are the benefits it has. It contains vitamin C, B complex like riboflavin, niacin, and so many nutrients. And it has been shown 5 times higher omega-3 fatty acid than the spinach. And of course, we all know omega-3 fatty acid is very essential for human growth. It can play a very vital role in vision health, mucous membranes, and protect from lung and oral cavity cancers. Very importantly, prevention of numerous cardiovascular disease, and maintenance of healthy immune system. So that's what Purslane leaves. What you are seeing here, edible Purslane leaves, very easy to identify. In scientific, it called Portula oleracea. This is the edible variety. Some plants look like similar, but it's not edible. Now, how to differentiate the edible Purslane from non-edible? Let's see in detail here. First of all, thick. You can see here, thick, fleshy, and smooth oval shaped, typically growing in clusters. Once again, thick, fleshy, and smooth oval shaped leaves. It's growing in clusters, green in color, sometimes with a slight reddish hue near the edge or stems. Yeah, slight reddish hue near the edge or stems. Basically, stems are smooth stems, red to purplish in color. Low growing, that's very important. Across the ground, it grows low growing across the ground. That grows very close to the ground in like a mat like structure. Small 5-petaled yellow flowers. That is the very identification. You can see the thick fleshy leaves here. It's easy to identify. The flowers bloom full in sun and close at night. You can easily find in everywhere like a weed. Disturb the soils, gardens, and pathways very easily. Has a mild, slightly lemony flavor. Yeah. Very importantly, it doesn't have a strong or unpleasant smell. Due to the even during extreme hot and humid condition, it grows very easily and nicely. And of course, you don't need much any soil than just normal water, ice was water. Then you can have a continuous harvest. See here, such a powerhouse. Yeah. Now non-edible, how it looks? Non-edible leaves will be thinner and more delicate compared to Purslane leaves. See, you can see here the difference also. It has a darker green shade. These are light green shade. Okay, that will have darker, and that grow in pairs along the stem. Okay, this one doesn't grow along the stem. It grown, along the, it's basically like a mat-like structure, and the difference is what? Low growing across the ground. That's the difference. If you're cooking in a mud pot, it's an absolute blessing. Tastes always amazing. I enjoyed a lot many times, so I could speak from my experience as well. And then, moreover, the other one is reddish in color, thinner than Purslane leaves. Similar to this, but it stays more upright, not like and less dense compared to the edible Purslane. Now, this way, very easily you can see that very easy to identify the edible Purslane ways. The very important distinguished features like the spurs, which is non-edible, it'll have a white milky sap. The stem is broken. That is a toxic one. Yeah, it can irritate the skin or harmful if it digest that actually. So Purslane leaves does not have any milky sap if stems are broken. So these are the identification of having a edible Purslane leaves. Once again, it's a thick fleshy leaves you can see here. Yeah, and smooth and oval shaped, typically growing in clusters, green in color, sometimes a slight reddish hue near the edge or stems, and typically bloom the flowers bloom full sun and close at night. 5 petals, small 5 petal yellow flowers. These are the thing. If you find this, the honeybees also even comes and enjoy. And it's low growing. You can see that already it's growing along the ground and growing in clusters, like a mat, like structures. Whereas the other one like upward, straight, needle type. So this is the easy to identify edible Purslane rays. These are the main thing. So if you find this, have it. You can consume the leaves, stems, absolutely no issues, and very easy to identify. And that's it. So these are the identification for edible Purslane leaves. So it was a little bit detailed only to make you understand very much clear that which one is edible Purslane leaves, which one is not. Now in the next you will be seeing that non-edible varieties, which is you'll have different colors, pink and like bigger flowers, yellow also. You can easily identify. But you can see that this is non-edible one. Even the leaves you can look at needles more upright. You can see that, not in clusters. So these are the non-edible, and the leaves itself very easy to identify, like needle-like structure, and these also non-edible. Flower easy to identify, 5 petal and 1/4 of inch across, like yellow color flower only, edible one. Thank you.